All right.
Any of those community spread, as it were, or are they all isolated?
That means the total since the 23rd of January is 232 cases, 163 from the airport, 69 from the closed loop. But I think it's important that we look at the story behind those figures. The reality is that virtually every country in the world at the moment has a higher level of COVID than China does. So that means people coming in are traveling from a high level of COVID to a low level. So when they start their journey in their home country and they have their pre-departure tests, their risk of having a positive test is high based on the prevalence in their own country.
On the general operation of BOCOG and your cooperation.
So in the closed loop, they're starting to see a low risk of being positive. But for the first few days in the closed loop, the risk is still a bit higher because of the risk of people incubating the disease very slowly. But after 4 or 5 days in the closed loop, the risk comes down to equivalent to the local population risk, very, very low. The main challenge is not the number of cases, it's the indication of whether there is spread within the closed loop. So what we look for is indications of cases being linked to each other. When we start to see that, we start to take a greater interest and investigate those in more detail. If we found that there was evidence that there was sustained community transmission, then we would activate sort of the equivalent of our response plan, which means more testing, tracing, isolating, a more aggressive approach to contact tracing, etc. We are obviously nowhere near that level at present, but it's not on the numbers, it's on the extent to which there might be spread within the closed loop.